Hello friends, this is Terry with your Leo New Moon Astrology Report, and this morning I just record this with such a heavy heart, thinking of friends that I know in Maui that I really haven't heard from, and just not even knowing if they're okay. And this morning I watched Oprah on the morning show doing what Oprah does best. She's out there just being there for people. And she's such a compassionate, divine, spiritual healer in her own right. And it is good that she is there, right where she needs to be, in that place at the right time to help people. And if you can give anything right now to the Maui Strong Fund, this is the best fund that I've found online that is really providing financial resources quickly, with a focus on rapid response and recovery for all of the people that are affected by these Maui wildfires that just happen so fast, and it's so devastating. It's really a wake-up call right now on our planet that this could happen just like that. You could lose everything, and it gives you a moment of appreciation and gratitude if you just woke up in a normal house today and your neighborhood wasn't ravaged by wildfires. We got to all be grateful for that and do what we can to help others that aren't having as good a morning. And even if we all gave $5, just imagine if everyone on the planet could give $5 to the Maui Strong Fund. It really could make a difference for these people who have lost everything. And so I'm going to put a link down below to what I think is my favorite foundation to give right now. And it's just a topic that hits so close to home for me because my dad and my stepmom lost their home in Bass Lake in California in a devastating wildfire that was started for the dumbest reason. This guy had shot a deer when it was not deer hunting season, and his neighbor threatened to turn him in for shooting this deer off season, and the guy just filled the deer full of gasoline and torched it on fire and proceeded to set fire to the entire town of Bass Lake. Like, they lost thousands of homes. Everybody was displaced, and my dad and my stepmom lost their home right when my dad retired and moved everything to this home. They lost it. So I know what it's like for families to lose everything, and it can all be lost in a minute with wildfires. And it also hits close to home because I live in Oregon, where we've had devastating wildfires, and right now we're in a heat wave, which is why I'm recording at home. It's like 150 million degrees outside, and we just have major risk of wildfire right here in Central Oregon where I live. So we're all going to be seeing more of this kind of new normal. Is this the new normal, with heat waves and wildfires ravaging anywhere at any time? And Maui proves that it could happen anywhere, anytime, especially right now as this sun is really heating up on this Leo new moon. And I like to do a little tuning fork. We have the new moon with that powerful Venus SUN CAZIMI that we just had on August 13th, when we're still soaking in the energy of Venus and the sun coming together right as we enter this new moon in Leo. And I should have brought my sun fork too, but this is a good time to open your heart. Venus is the planet of love, compassion. And so if we can just all open our hearts and give all you can to Maui, because they have so much love to give us. If you've ever visited Maui, you know that aloha spirit of love, that they shine bright there. And Leos are really some of the most giving people I know. So this Leo new moon is asking us to dig deep and give what we can. And we're all being asked to give in any way we can this lunar cycle. And that includes, of course, giving to ourself with self-love as well. And this is a topic, I keep saying it over and over, as Aries just entered the North Node. The North Node in Aries, we will be in it this axis for the next 2 years, and all of the eclipses that are coming this fall are going to be on that Aries Libra nodal axis, which is all about Aries taking care of their own needs, balancing with Libra taking care of others, caring for your relationship. And it's really going to be a time when we just need to balance the needs of others with the needs of ourselves. And now this Leo new moon with Venus, Sun, Cazimi is also emphasizing once again that it's okay to be a little bit selfish this new moon. You have permission to take care of yourself, to take some time out, to do the self-love, the self-care, and treat yourself, as they say. Just love yourself this new moon as best you can, whatever that looks like for you. And put your needs first on this Leo new moon so that ultimately you will have more reserve energy to give to others. And maybe this is why the Leos I know are the most giving people, because they take care of number one. Leos are really good at taking care of number one and getting their own personal needs met, just like Aries. And then when you come from that place where you've taken care of yourself, you can give to others. You have the reserve energy to give more because you have taken care of yourself. So that is the lesson of this Leo new moon. It's okay to treat yourself, to love yourself, and fill your own well before you give to others. And Leo rules the heart, and Venus rules love and money. And we just had that powerful Venus, Sun, Cazimi, as I was saying, and I did a separate video. I'll link it down below. And this Venus, Sun, Cazimi was conjunct my own Leo ascendant at exactly 20 degrees of Leo, and I am feeling it for sure. And maybe you're all feeling all the feels, because that was a powerful transit that we just had. And this Venus, Sun, Cazimi is asking us to shine our love light a little bit brighter and to be a little bit bigger. And even when people treat us badly, we can come back with love, compassion, and that Hawaiian ho'oponopono spirit that is going to forgive even our enemies. And there's a wonderful book I read. It's called Radical Forgiveness. And I'm going to link to this book down below. If you have ever read Radical Forgiveness, or if you just have somebody in your life that you need to forgive, this book is beautiful, and it teaches the ho'oponopono system of forgiving and thanking the person that you need to forgive and just forgiving completely. And I went through this process with my mother before she died. We always had a really hard mother-daughter relationship, and we worked on this radical forgiveness. Colin Tipping is the author, I just finally remembered. But doing this radical forgiveness process with somebody you're in relationship with, maybe it's your ex-partner that you divorced. If you can do this work of radical forgiveness, it is a game changer, and you really do it for yourself. Because when you have anger or you just, dislike somebody, it's like holding that coal of burning lava. You're only hurting yourself. And when you forgive, it's like you're putting that hot lava coal into the water, and the water heals everything. I've really been doing a lot of river bathing and cold plunging and lake swimming so much this summer, and I just find immersing yourself in water is so healing. And that is what forgiveness does too. It's that sensation of purifying yourself in a river stream through forgiveness too. And I had a weird situation recently with a competitor doing just really mean, underhanded things with my Bend Health Guide health fair that I'm having this fall. And I just can't believe people would go so low. But I had to think of Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. I was like, I cannot get out of my heart space over this. So I'm going to stay in a place of love and compassion and community, and not let it take me out of my higher vibrational love vibes that I've been working on all year. And then I think this is common as you begin to work on your energy frequency, as you begin to go up the scale to love or above. There's the omega scale, right? And at the bottom is like hate, fear, and scarcity. And then as you go up, you get to these higher vibrational energies of love, joy, happiness, and all the good feelings. And we want to rise up that scale. But then as you start to rise up that scale energetically, you can have these negative situations that just show up. It's almost like the universe is testing your resolve to stay in that higher vibrational level, and you just have to commit to staying in your heart and staying in a place of love. And I believe that forgiveness helps with that. And I think John Baptiste is one of my heroes for that, because he stays in such a state of joy all the time, even as his wife is struggling with her fighting cancer, and they've had hardships and problems that have been shown very publicly, but he chooses joy every day. And he said that joy is always available to us. No matter what you have going on, you can choose joy. Even when these devastating things happen, that's even maybe more of a time to consciously, purposefully choose joy, choose self-love, love yourself first, stay in your high vibrational love energy, and don't let anyone dim your love light. That is my Leo recommendation. And as we are all rising up energetically this year, there's so much energy with these 4 powerful supermoons that we have had. Let me know if you're feeling the energy of these supermoons combined with the increase in the solar storms and the solar flares. There's a lot of energy that wants us to rise up. But it's a little bit like when you pull back an arrow. Sometimes you have to pull back the arrow before you let the arrow shoot and soar towards your goals, right? And so sometimes as we're rising up, we can have conflicts or obstacles, and that is retrograde season in action. So these are the energies we're balancing right now. And you just don't sacrifice your precious heart-centered energy when the conflicts and the obstacles of the retrogrades come and get you. You've just got to keep keeping on with your powerful intentions to do good in this world and accomplish what you set out to accomplish out of a place of love and joy and abundance and that heart-centered high vibrational frequency that is always available to us. And this Leo new moon, we also have Juno, that mystical, magical asteroid that I just love. If you have never heard of Juno, it's spelled Juno. You can do a whole dive down a rabbit hole online to see what that Juno asteroid is about. I'm not going to go too deep into it. That could be a separate video. But Juno rules over our relationships and our friendships and our partnerships. And he's entering Leo right at this new moon. Juno enters Leo, joining up with Venus and the Sun. We have this whole stellium of planets in Leo. And Juno is also asking us to open our hearts and expand our love, vibrational compassion, and forgiveness in all of our relations in the world. So I think we are going to see the power of love winning in August. Even no matter what comes down the pike, love wins. And I think I've mentioned this story before, but I just want to tell you my favorite relationship story of all, because I think a lot of people are having relationship issues right now with Venus retrograde. And I had a client named Nancy, and she was married for 58 years to the love of her life. This couple was so cute. Her husband would drive her to her massage, and then he would pick her up. And when he would pick her up, he would always say, "Is my bride ready?" And I just thought that was the sweetest thing. Here they had been married for 58 years, and just the way they looked at each other with this deep, profound love. And so I asked her when they hit their 50th anniversary, what is the secret to a long-lasting relationship? And she looked the most serious and stern I have ever seen when I asked her that question. And she took a deep breath and she said, "It's tolerance." Tolerance. Tolerance is the key to the greatest relationship. And that is the best relationship advice I've ever heard. It's learning how to tolerate, not just your partner in a relationship, but that's something we can learn to do out in the world, is to just tolerate everyone and everything and all the people in the world doing things that maybe you don't like. If we can all just have tolerance this month, I think it's gonna really do good things for us. This is one of those manifesting moons. You know, every now and then I'll say this is a manifesting moon. This Leo new moon that is going to go into the Pisces super blue moon, this is a time to manifest your heart's desire, and it is a powerful time to set your intentions, to ask the universe for what you want, and to thank Source, thank Spirit, thank the universe, thank God, thank whoever you like to talk to. And if you leave your intentions down below in the comments, I will send distance Reiki for your intention to come true this new moon. Get out your journal and write the story you want to manifest going forward, because we're getting ready. Remember, in fall, all these retrograde planets that have had such a slowdown effect, they're finally going to start going forward in the fall. And now is a good time to get ready get ready. I love that. Esther Hicks says, get ready to be ready to manifest what you want. And just setting your intentions. And one thing I like to do when I set goals is to come up with something for how I will reward myself when I reach my goal. For instance, when I was doing sales, I had a really ambitious sales goal for one issue of the Bend Health Guide, and I told myself I would buy my favorite turquoise couch from Joybird if I reached this huge, ambitious goal. And I reached that goal, and every time I sit on my turquoise couch in my living room, I think about how I achieved my goal, and I think having that reward, that carrot at the end, is how you really can motivate yourself this month in particular. So write out your goal and what will you do to reward yourself. Leo likes to reward themselves. And I think I'm doing this big Bend Health Fair in the fall. If you live local, please come out. It's on September 23rd, or maybe you want to have a vendor booth. But when I finish that, I am rewarding myself with a trip to the Oregon coast on the 29th of September. And I'm going to go spend the harvest supermoon in Aries on the coast, on the beach. So just having a little reward at the end of the hard thing, right? It really can help. And we have to balance the good with the bad and the light with the dark this month, because now we also have a not so exciting transit. No, it's a little bit more of a difficult transit with Uranus in Taurus conjunct Aries in Taurus. And this is going to bring that warrior, feminine warrior of revolution and discord, Aries energy, to meet Uranus, who always brings sudden, shocking events, unexpected, sudden, shocking events. And this feels like protest to me. And that these protests could get extreme in nature. And I don't know if this is about the writers' strike, or it could be teachers striking this fall, perhaps, or nurses. We have a lot of workers who do not feel they're being paid their worth. There's a lot of wage theft going on in our world right now. And so I think this Aries Taurus Eris in Taurus conjunct Uranus, and Taurus really has a revolution, protest energy, and the ripples of this powerhouse conjunction will really last all month long and into the fall. So when Eris and Venus both have strong transits during this Leo new moon, it could be divine feminine, empowered to create change, but maybe in a destructive way. And this is one of those times I don't always want to act on my impulses, because this is a volatile energy. Volatile energy of this could steer us wrong. So don't do anything rash this month. Don't quit your day job. Don't break up. And yeah, we may see relationships and friendships coming to an end. We may see, people doing really crazy things with the Uranus and Eris and Venus. Oh my. But it might be the kind of fierce action you regret taking later on. So think it, don't say it, and see if you can wait to strike when it's just not so tense and intense. This is going to be an intense. And Eris, the goddess of discord, she caused chaos. She started the Trojan War when she felt left out and she wasn't invited to the big wedding. And I've talked about this story many times. And just be careful that your actions are coming from the right place and that you're not just seeking revenge. And Uranus in Taurus rules over really strange weather patterns. And we may see lightning storms that start wildfires. And I did the 9 Star Ki Astrology for August, and it was saying the same thing. As we're moving into an Earth month, the 2 Earth star, in the 9 Star Ki, we have lots of Earth-related turbulence coming this August. And we're already seeing that in Maui, sadly. But we also may see earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes, every kind of cataclysmic earth event is possible. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say 9 Star Ki, I did a whole separate 9 Star Ki astrology reading. You should definitely check it out. I'll put a link down below. And right now on my website, I'm giving away free 9 Star Ki astrology readings, just because I want to introduce all of you to this 9 Star Ki astrology. It's really my favorite form of astrology. It's the oldest Eastern astrology ever. And I'm going to give away free 9 Star Ki readings until I just can't do anymore. But the link will be down below. You just go to my website, sign up for my email list, and you will get a free 9 Star Ki reading. But anyways, going back to all those Earth issues that are coming as we enter this Earth star month in the 9 Star Ki, and then we have Uranus conjunct Aries. Uranus will also station direct this August, just before that mutable Pisces super blue moon. Is anybody else tired of super moons? I would like just a regular full moon. I'd like to order just a regular full moon one of these months, but we have 4 super moons in a row. We've already finished 2. We got 2 more to go. We're right in the mid-range. And there's just such an erratic energy as Uranus stations direct, and really Uranus gets into his whole power. Once a planet stations direct, it is more powerful, going right into that Pisces super blue moon. We may experience something incredible that only comes around once in a blue moon, as they say. And could it be tsunami? I don't want to think tsunami because I'm going to be on the coast then. But there is an erratic energy. And I was telling a friend, mutable signs always bring unexpected outcomes. Combined with Uranus, unexpected outcomes. We're going to have some sudden, shocking, unexpected outcomes this lunar month for sure. And as a fixed sign of Scorpio, I like to predict my future. And I love to know what to expect at any given minute, but forget about it. This month we expect the unexpected, and who knows what will happen next. And then later, in the last of the 4 supermoons in Aries, we will have our annual harvest supermoon. And with Sun in Libra and Aries supermoon, we are finally, in the month of September, we will finally get back on track. Because remember, in my last astrology report, I was saying the moon and sun have not been on the right axis. And what I mean by axis is we have these axes like Aries and Libra, Taurus and Scorpio, Gemini and Sagittarius, these signs that go together. So generally you have a new moon in Leo with a full moon in Aquarius. That would be the norm. But what do we have this month? We have a new moon in Leo with a supermoon in Pisces. That's off. We're off our axis. Are you feeling a little off? I know so many people are feeling a little off right now. Something's a little off. The world's a little off its axis. But when we enter into that Libra new moon of September and all the planets begin to station direct again, we finally get back on track. And I am so excited about this. We are finally going to get our forward momentum, and we'll just be feeling back on track just in time for back to school. So that is great. And I've been really craving pumpkin spice scent. And I was thinking, you know why pumpkin spice scent smells so good? It is the smell of children going back to school. If you're a mom, you know what I mean. But anyways, once we get back to school, we're going to get back on track. And the lunar axis, the north node, Aries and Libra, and then we have that new moon Libra going into a full super moon in Aries. We will be back on track in September, allowing us to feel normal again for just a minute before the fall eclipses start happening in October. So if there is anything you want to accomplish before the year is over, I'm telling you, September offers this little respite from the crazy we've been experiencing. And September is your best bet. And that is why I'm hosting my fall equinox health fair in September, in this little sliver of normal back on track that we will find for the month of September. Do all the things you ever wanted to do this year. Do it all in September. Because by the time we get to October and the eclipses start, then the energy is going to get all wonky again. So we've got 1 month where we're moving in a forward momentum and we're back on track. And we can really make progress here. And 2024 already looks better, guys. So just hang in there like the cat on the branch. It gets better, I promise. We are going into better times. And right now, I just want to read the Sabian symbol for this new moon Leo. It is 23 degrees, and in a circus, the bareback rider displays her dangerous skills. The audacity and perseverance required to control and play with the powerful energies of the vital realm in human existence. And the horse has always been the symbol of the vital energies. And in a wild state, the horse represents the magnificent, raw, impetuous energy of the libido in all of its forms. And when tamed, this energy is put to man's service, to work for man. And there are people who have dominated a horse's natural energies so well that they can perform spectacular feats on the back of a horse. And it happens when the ego of a great showman is in control but serving a higher purpose. And this performance stirs the imagination of the young consciousness. It raises the mind above the commonplace. That is so Mercury conjunct Jupiter right there. Raising the mind above commonplace. That is your homework assignment. And the key word of this Sabian symbol is virtuosity. And it's crazy because I've been having so many horse dreams lately. I keep having horses show up in my dreams, and now the horse shows up right here in the Leo Sabian symbol for this new moon. And horses also represent strength, resolve, resilience, and freedom. So there you go. I wish you so much I wish you to receive all that you desire, whatever it is that you want to manifest. Remember to thank the universe, thank spirit, thank source, thank God, as if you already have it. Just give it a try, see if it works. And we will all be having more joy, love, and abundance with Venus, SUN CAZIMI inspiring a powerful new moon in Leo that is going into an even more powerful super blue moon, Pisces. And if you like, subscribe, and comment, you'll be in it to win it. For a free astrology report, I'll be choosing a winner on that Pisces supermoon. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time.